Alright YouTube, what is going on? Got my final thoughts and review on the Benchmade Mini Crooked River. Did a preview video of it, and it's been quite a popular video actually. I'm not surprised because they are very highly anticipated knives, this and the Grizzly Ridge, which you'll see here. And then I also did one on the Mini Freak, so Benchmade's already getting a lot of their stuff out this year. Both three really good options there. But this video is not about those knives. It's about exclusively the Mini Crooked River. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things that I want to cover in this review. First of all, overall impressions of the knife are great. I really dig it. I like it quite a bit. The one, I guess one gripe I have is it's a little thick behind the edge. I think I measured it. I didn't measure it in my last video, so I will do it right now. Let's get our calipers zeroed. But I remember it being around 0.03 something. Yeah, 0.0315. So it's a little thicker behind the edge than I would like. Now I get they did it with an outdoor knife. And that's actually one of my, it's definitely not a negative, but when you look at a knife, you look at what it's designed for, right? And this is part of their Hunt series, so it's an outdoors folder is what it's designed to be. But that's not really where it excels, in my opinion, and we'll get into that in a minute. So first off, I want to start about how it carries in the pocket, how, what pocket clip works best. Because I tried a few. I tried the split arrow that it came with. I tried the deep carry that I've got here on the Grizzly Ridge, and then I tried the standard Benchmade clip because I had a few laying around. Definitely the split arrow is the best. Surprisingly, I thought the deep carry would be my favorite. Turns out it actually creates a little bit of a hot spot with this knife for some reason. The standard Benchmade clip also does the same thing. So this split arrow does not create any hot spots. It has good pocket retention, but it doesn't, obviously carry very deeply, and kind of looks like a certain part of the male anatomy. If I was gonna do my second choice out of the three clips would be the deep carry clip. So again, back to the this is part of the Hunt series. It's an outdoors knife, right? It's got diamond wood material, handles, aluminum bolsters, but the problem with the diamond wood handles and the aluminum bolsters, it's very slick. It's not very slick. I mean, you can get a grip on the knife pretty well like this, and it does have, this kind of jumping over by the axis lock. But other than that, if you were to actually use this knife to skin an animal or to, do a lot of things, you would slip. You're not going to have a good grip on this knife versus something like, let's say, the Grizzly Ridge, which is going to do a lot better job for that. So I did some testing. I'll roll in the footage in a little bit of some outdoor type activities, some wood cutting, some woodworking. I didn't obviously press any game, didn't have any of that laying around to do. But I did, thinking if this is a outdoors folder, you're going to carry it, you may have to, possibly, maybe this is all you have on you in your survival situation, or you need to create a fire. Can you strike a ferro rod with this? Yeah, it does okay. It can, but not as good, again, as the Grizzly Ridge. So overall, I would say that this knife would be better suited for just everyday carry, just EDC, urban in the city, maybe take on a hike or something like that. But overall, I would reach, if I was going outdoors, if I was going on a hike, if I was going to be camping, if I was going to doing, hunting or anything, I would choose the Grizzly Ridge over the Mini Crooked River. So and looking at it in that aspect, as an EDC knife, it's actually an awesome knife. It's a very good size. It's about perfect size. Here it is next to this Spyderco the Spidey Chef. So it's a little bit smaller than the Spidey Chef in the handle. This is one of my favorite EDC knives. So it's a good size. It's ambidextrous with the lock and with the pocket clip. So this is good for right or lefties. You got a nice smooth Benchmade action with the axis lock. Has great ergonomics, just feels good in the hand. It's lightweight for its size. It weighs 3.29 ounces. So, you got a nice lightweight EDC, and it did very well. You'll see in the cut tests in various EDC tests. So overall, a good all-around knife, but I would reach for it as a typical EDC knife, not as an outdoor knife, personally. Let's talk a little bit about the value. The $187 is what this knife costs. That gets you S30V steel, diamond wood scales with aluminum bolsters. It's a little high. Benchmade tends to be a little high, and I think you're paying a lot for their warranty. Sorry, something on this knife's bugging me. Gotta clean it off. think it's from striking the ferro rod. It's a little high for the materials used. Now the design is great, the Benchmade warranty is fantastic, so, and it's made in the USA. I can see why it has a higher price point, but I would like to see it more around under $150 really. But again, you do get that great Benchmade warranty with that, so take that for a grain of salt. I'd like to see a better steel. Nothing wrong with S30V, but for the price, I'd like to see 20 CV or at least something in that range, XHP, something like that. Overall, this is a great knife. It's a fantastic offering from Benchmade. It blends kind of a lot of traditional and modern styling together with the diamond wood and the bolster look, kind of like a slip joint almost, but in a folding knife. And one of the things that people have asked a lot about this knife is how's the fit and finish, how is it out of the box. I covered this in my first impressions, and it's continued to stay great. The centering is still perfectly centered. There has no blade play has come about at all. I've used this knife quite a bit. You can see in the footage, and just as a regular EDC knife, and it hasn't had any problems. So the fit and finish on this Benchmade, and actually the last like 4 or 5 I've had, have been really good. So hopefully they've kind of got over their problems that they had, and they've kind of gone back to the way they used to be. So let's go ahead and roll in some cut tests and footage and stuff, and then we'll wrap up the video. You might need to make a feather stick, which I am not the best at. This isn't the best wood for it, but I'm getting some good shavings, so if I need to start a fire with some, wood shavings, get some good feathers now. Look at that. Oh yeah. Some really good feathers. Just had to get it going. So it's nice and comfortable in the hand. Oh, it doesn't do bad. Look. Not too shabby. Another test I want to do, since it's an outdoor knife and you may have to start a fire. Let's say all you got on is your fire still. I have a fire still in here somewhere. See if we can strike the ferro rod. Change the battery pack. Why? It's fine. Oh, we may lose battery. Great. Let's hope not. Oh yeah. Alright, next up is the mini crooked ribber. Slices right through that stuff. Very comfortable in hand. Let's do some paracord. We're gonna get this quadrupled here. See how we do. Going through this paracord. No big deal. Yep, so both knives in this series that I've reviewed, and these are going to be published separately, so, but the mini crooked ribber did great. It's got all that residue from the fire still, and so did the Grizzly Ridge for all the cutting tasks. I did swap the clip on this. I'll talk more about that in my final thoughts, but there you go. Alright, so knife did well and everything. Like I said, my only gripes, I wish it was a little thinner behind the edge, which would help with a lot of types of cutting. And as an outdoor knife, I would definitely recommend more as an EDC, like I mentioned a few times in this video. So overall, a great new offering from Benchmade. It was very comfortable to use. It's been comfortable to carry. It's a pretty thin knife. It's lightweight. So I definitely recommend this knife. I definitely give it a 2 thumbs up. No doubt about it. They are probably going to be releasing this in G10 and like they did the regular Crooked River, where they had a gray or black I think it was gray G10. That would look really good in this, and I would actually I like the wood. It looks cool. but I might prefer that, or I know Rogue Blade Works is working on a replacement scale here of carbon fiber and other materials, which would be sweet. I think if you had dressed this up a little bit with carbon fiber, maybe some standoffs instead of this orange geared backspacer, I think you'd have just a fantastic EDC folder. So even as it is, it's great, and it will be one that stays in my rotation for a while. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up my final thoughts and our final review on the Benchmade Mini Crooked River. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we will see you on the next video.